And I like to joke that product management is a team sport, but in some cases it's a full contact team sport. The more people there are in an organization, the more opinions there are. And the more you have to sort of field requests from this team, requests from that team, requests from this organization. Maybe somebody went and had drinks with some other business leader and they come back on a Monday morning and say, I heard about this, we should really try this. And now product roadmaps get thrown out and everybody's got to do that. That's true at all size organizations. It's like rugby or American football in that regard, right? And so there's things flying at you and there's imperfect data. And so one of the interesting or unexpected use cases for me in our product has generally been the use of product leaders using our data when the boss comes in and says, I just saw an article on this and we should really do this because it worked for company X, Y, and Z. We should switch all of our imagery to illustrations. Well, they can now go and look up and be like, okay, let's look up all the experiments that involve illustrations versus stock photos versus product imagery, or et cetera. And we can now see, like, for our industry, does that make sense? Or is it just a passing fad that you just happen to latch in on? And so it's one of those things, like, again, where because you don't have the data beforehand, you could play the whole thing out and see the dang thing launch and get the results and then say to your boss, oh, I guess that was what we expected to happen. Or you can try and fend it off at the start with the use of data, like you're saying. And so wherever you can get the signal to save you the time. But to your point, I think, like, what's the disconfirming evidence that you can find? How can you pursue and find things that invalidate your point of view?